In today's video, we are going to talk about geographic arbitrage. If you are an online business owner, if you are running an online business, this is probably something that you've been kind of looking at and you've been wondering about a little, at least, And so, in today's video, this is what we are going to talk about because you guys know I live in Miami. I'm not in Miami right now, and I've been thinking a lot. I talked about it to some people in Discord server. I've thought a lot about leaving the US totally, right? I've thought about it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm still going to go back to Miami because if you guys been following me for a little, you know that I'm not in Miami right now. Usually I am in Miami, I stay in Miami, I stay at my apartment in Miami. I'm going to go back soon, but I don't know how long I'm going to stay, and I don't know if I am actually going to stay. So in today's video, we are going to talk about geographic arbitrage, all right? It's the fact of, utilizing, like taking advantage of a market in a higher performing economy. Let's say it like this. Like, for example, you work in the US, you either have your business in the US or you work remotely for a US company, but you live in a country or in a place, and it could be in the same country, it could be in the US, but in a place where the cost of living is way less. So for example, if you live in Miami, it's super expensive, but if you live in Wyoming, I don't know, I've never been to Wyoming, but the cost of living is going to be way lower. And so if you have an online business, it's going to be a way more efficient way for you to live because it's going to be cheaper and you still have the same, your business is still going to run the same. So before we actually do, I know this video is not going to talk specifically about Amazon, but if you want to run an Amazon business, push it to 6 figures, you need a mentor to do it, you want to scale your business, link in the description, you can book a call with me, you can build a plan for you to do this. It does not matter if you are a beginner or a little bit more advanced. There's another link for a mentorship program, a wait list. I'm not going to talk about this in today's video, but you know what I'm going to do in the future, I'm not going to do it now, but in that link, I will add a video explaining everything about the mentorship program. And the other link that you're going to find is the Discord server for Amazon sellers. So if you want to build a network, join the Discord server and just be active, make some friends, all right? So, but yeah, most important, if you need mentorship, link in the description. Look at my availability. I forgot to say that. Look at my availability, book a call. We can build a plan for you to scale your business. So, as I said, you guys noticed that I've been, traveling. I'm traveling again soon, and if you've been wondering in which place I am at right now, because the scenery changed a little bit, this is the bedroom in which I grew up. So this is why you see like some LeBron James posters right there and stuff. And so I've been reflecting a lot about geographic arbitrage, and especially before I actually left the US, before I actually traveled back home and stuff, and started traveling back in June. I've been, thinking a lot when I was in the US about if my presence in the United States was needed, because to be honest, I know a lot of you Americans are probably going to get pissed off by this, but the US is not necessarily the best country to live in. It's a great country, it's great for business, it's a great country for business, but if you are someone that does not necessarily need to be in the US, it may not be, it's a great country. It's probably not the best country in the world to be happy, and you may not, there's a lot of stuff going on that you may not, how to say that, with the culture, so that you may not agree with, and it's really split, but like, so, and other places in the world may fit your values and stuff more than the US currently, and this is why you see a lot of people living in the US. But I not only wanted to talk about this, but also about the cost of living and stuff, and the how good it could be for you and for your business, because you're going to need to take less money out of your business to live. How good it could be for you to actually move to another places, and it could be in the US as well if you are American, where the cost of living is way lower, and so you can reduce your expense and live better, or just keep the same level of expense, but like live better because stuff is just cheaper, and so your money goes further, right? I think there's positive and negatives. Like there's good stuff about it, and there's stuff that is less good about it. And I can talk a little bit about it because I've been back in Belgium for a little while, where the cost of living is way lower. Where if I wanted to, I could ball with my money. I'm not doing it. because I'm investing in a lot of projects. But you know, like where the cost of living is not at, because Miami is super expensive, right? But I'm on this side. I still have bills in Miami because I still have my apartment and stuff like that. So it may not really be, you know, an exact comparison, but I can still talk about my experience. And you know, I think that yes, it can be good to go somewhere. First, before I actually say this, I should say that living in Miami, I've been living in Miami for a couple of years now, like I think close to 10 years. And not 10 years, but like close to it, like probably 8 years, I don't know. And it totally changed my way of, you know, thinking and seeing things and seeing what's possible. Because when you live in a place like Miami, and you know, we can talk about Dubai, we can talk about, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, or it is if you really see wealth over there. But like you see so much money that, you know, it really starts looking like it's attainable. Where I grew up in, like when you see someone with a basic Benz, like a C class, stuff like that, it's someone who has money, right? And you do not see, you see some people with Benzes, with BMW, like 3 Series, stuff like that. And usually it's people that really, like, that are really successful. But when you see this in places like Miami, or you see this all the time, you know, it's really like Miami, Dubai. I've never been to Dubai, but well, from what I've seen, it's pretty much like Miami. And you know, it's really something basic, and you do not even look up to those things anymore, because you see Lamborghinis. If you're in Miami, you see Bugattis. You literally see Bugattis in the street. Where I live in Miami Beach, you see Bugattis from time to time. You see crazy cars. You see, and it's not just about cars, but it's about the boat. It's everything that you see. You see so much money that it really starts feeling attainable. And when you talk to people, and like, if I'm being honest, if I'm being 100% honest, my motivation level has been going down ever since I came back here. And this is the thing that is dangerous with geographic arbitrage. Because I feel like yes, living in Miami is way more expensive, but you are bumping shoulders with people that really, really have money. And so I think that your outlook on success is going to be way different. And like, to be honest, as I said, I think that my motivation level has been going down. I haven't been going as hard ever since I came back here, I came back home. And I don't know if it's because I'm in the city where I grew up in, or it's just because, you know, as I said, you do not see all those things around you. But I think this is the thing that can be dangerous with that really can be dangerous with geographic arbitrage, is the loss of, and it's not like I don't have any motivation anymore, but it's like, to be honest, like you do not need to be pushing that hard, and like you do not need, you guys see that I'm not even pushing that hard with the Amazon business anymore. My numbers are down. Yes, there's some stuff that, of course, played into it, but like a lot of it, not a lot of it, but like a small part of it, I'd say like maybe 20% of it at the same time is, you know, I don't have the same motivation anymore, because like I do not need to be doing this, and I'm focusing on other venture as well. But like, I do not really need you know, I do not have this fire under my ass that makes it so, because like, you know, with the way this business is doing right now, and just if I'm staying here, like I'm okay, I'm successful enough to stay here, to live a good life and stuff. And so, you know, you do not have this fire under your ass that, you know, it's not like you feel like you made it, but it's kind of like that. And like it's probably going to be the same if you are in a place where there's not a lot of entrepreneur. And I've been talking about that on this channel a little bit before, during the summer, when I was talking about the importance of networking and being around entrepreneurs that are trying to grow as well. Because, you know, all the people I grew up with when I was here have corporate jobs, stuff like that. And so, you know, I'm in a place where I could just maintain the business where it is right now and live okay, like be totally fine, working on other stuff, and not needed. I do not necessarily need to work a lot more and stuff. And so I think this is really the thing that is dangerous with geographic arbitrage, is if you are at the wrong place, you are not going to be pushed to actually try to scale your business. And I think this is what's dangerous with people that actually move to places like India. It really depends, because if you go to places like Indonesia and Bali and stuff like that, there's a good, but here's the truth. from what I've seen, like if you go to Bali, there's a lot of newbie entrepreneur, and so it's not necessarily going to be the same. But like if you move to places where there's not necessarily entrepreneurs and stuff like that, you are gonna be stuck at one place, and you are not gonna try to grow because you do not need the growth. Like, to be honest, I do not need the growth in my life. I do not need to grow the business anymore. I could just stay like this. And so this is a dangerous place if you try to do some geographic arbitrage, and I would recommend that if you actually do. There's still some value in being in a place like Miami, Dubai, LA, I guess, New York, I guess, because you are going to bump shoulders with a lot of super successful people, and it's going to lit a fire under your ass. Right here, to be honest, I haven't had the same level of motivation ever since I came back to this place, right, to Belgium. It really feels like, you know, you do not necessarily need to push anymore. Like, it does not feel like you made it, but like you're good. You're good. You do not need to do a lot of stuff anyway. And yeah, so I think this is the thing that is really dangerous. Now, I still think that you should travel the world and see the world. And yeah, but I think it's really like, if you think that geographic arbitrage is really, really a good thing, being in a lower income country and stuff, it could be, because to be honest, you know, I've been thinking a lot about it, and like, is it worth it for me to pay like crazy rents in Miami where I could like get a mansion in another country for the same level, instead of having a 2-bedroom apartment in Miami? You know, it really makes you think about it. It really makes you think about it. But geographic arbitrage could still be, it's all about, to be honest, it's all about, you need to find the right place to stay at. You need to be, it should not be a place where you're going to lose motivation, and you know, because being in a place where your rent is crazy expensive and stuff, it's going to slow you down a lot. And so it's all about being measured, and where you are right now with your business. I think that if you are at the place where I was personally, when you know, like around $35,000-$40,000 a month of revenue, before actually like when you actually decide to take advantage of geographic arbitrage, I think it's not the right place, because you're not high enough, and like it's really not the right place, because at that level you are not going to have your whole business automated. You're not going to have a whole routine like of things that you need to do, and a team that's going to take care of stuff. You are not at the right place yet. I think that you should really wait until you reach like probably 6 figures a month to actually start doing this. But before that, there's no need to do this. Before that, I think that, you know, being in a place like Miami, Dubai, and I think some people may say that it's too early and stuff like that, but for me, it's not, like, because it's really going to lit a fire up under your ass, and it's going to really make you try to actually, like, you know, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. But like, if you do it too early, you are going to be in a place where you're going to be just happy with where you are, and like, you're going to lose motivation. If you choose to do geographic arbitrage and go in a place where the income level is lower usually, and you know, because you're just going to be chilling, like most of you guys are going to be chilling, because because you do not need to scale. I think you still need that fire under your ass, and once you reach a certain level, you can actually go to another place, like, for example, I don't know, like, yeah, if you want to go to Bali at that level, to a place like this where there's a lot of entrepreneur and you are still making good money, I think this is when you actually should do this. But before that, it's going to be difficult, and I think that this is what I think, at least. And let me know in the comments if you want to comment on that. It's just me speaking my mind. But yeah, it's way too early, and I think that geographic arbitrage actually makes sense when your business is actually automated, and you know, you want to scale, and maybe it's not really about scaling, to be honest, but it's more about actually living comfortably, and you know, and not necessarily paying a ton of taxes, because this is the thing with the US, for example. This is why you have a lot of people going to Dubai and having their business set in Dubai, because your business is not going to pay tax in Dubai. And with Americans, it's different, because you still need to pay income tax in the US. So it's a little bit different. But yeah, there's a lot of reasons why you would choose to do geographic arbitrage. The only thing that I would tell you, that I would advise you to do, is to not do it too early. All right, do not do it too early. Wait until your business is actually automated, where you actually have a team that is working every single day on your business, that have tasks and that is trained already. So all you need to do is manage them. Even if you need to put a lot of work managing them, at least the work is going to be done, and your motivation is not going to affect if the business is going to scale or not. All right, it's just going to be you allocating money. If you are at that point, this is actually the point where I think that you should actually start looking at geographic arbitrage. Is the point where in your business, your job is just to choose where to allocate money. How much money you want to allocate in inventory if you're running an Amazon business, how much money you want to allocate to this project. If you are at this stage, yes, this is the right time to actually do some geographic arbitrage. If not, I think that if you are still putting a lot of the work yourself, I think it's not the right place for you to actually start looking at geographic arbitrage, unless if you are 100% sure you want, let's say you want to move out for 6 months, go to a place that is cheap and invest as much money as you can. Instead of paying, $2,000 in rent, you just pay $700 in rent in another country, you live good and stuff like this. And so there's $1,300 more that you can invest in your business a month instead of paying that with your rent and stuff like that. So I think this is when it can be interesting. But if it's not this, just stay where you are, scale your business a little bit more, and then when your business is ready, when you are actually ready to be removed from the day-to-day operation of your business, this is where you should actually look at geographic arbitrage. All right, so that's today's video. This is what I wanted to talk about in today's video. I hope it was helpful. It's just me speaking my mind, to be honest. But if you want to keep learning about selling on Amazon, if you want more specific videos, watch these videos on the screen right now. And I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching.